Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge large planar LED pendant. This is the 1397-20. This is going to be the one that does not have the accent bars. That's the 1397-21. Go check that one out too. Watch the video on it as well. Sometimes I touch on things in different videos for the same more or less fixtures. Let's get into lots of the detail on this. So this is basically kind of a Frank Lloyd Wright inspired fixture. Lots of beautiful forging down below. It's going to have these embedded LED frame inside of all that forging, and there's two strips of LEDs that are going to be in there shooting light toward their side, toward the middle actually, and they're going to be going through a frosted diffuser. That diffuser is going to diffuse the light and send it down. It's also going to send it up. So this actually can throw quite a bit of light. This is great for a kitchen island. It's great for a dining room table. People put these over pool tables too. This is really good for that. And because this starts so short as overall height at 11 inches, you can use this as a semi-flush if you have the ceiling height to accommodate it. Let's get into the size of the fixture independent of the rods that it's hanging from, coming in at 8.4 inches there. The left to right on this is coming in at 42.3. So this is great for a dining table that's 72 inches, 84 inches. You might want to look at the bigger one if you have a 96-inch dining table or 101 something up there. The overall height, that was what I was talking about before, the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling using this system of pipes is going to give you a really good range. 11 inches at its shortest and 53 inches at its longest. So that's just with the pipes that come with it. But this is going to ship with 120 inches of wire. If you guys do have a higher ceiling and you need this to come down farther than 53 inches, we just have to order extra pipes for you. Best thing to do would be to drop a quick email. Tell me how long you need your fixture to be from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture, and then we can help figure it out for you. Same deal if you guys are using a slope ceiling. This is slope ceiling adaptable in one configuration, along the slope and not down the slope. So take some pictures if you guys are using a slope ceiling, send them over, and pictures of the table beneath it or the island so we can kind of figure out what you need. Let's talk about this whole system of interconnecting pipes. So Hubbardton Forge is using these pipes that are threaded on the inside, and then there are these connectors that are threaded as well. They're going to put them all together. I want to show you a little bit more information about that, and how we're going to do it is we're going to look at the installations instructions now pretty quick. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen midway down. You're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. Open that up for me. It is going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you all these nice parts, how to put it together, but it's going to also show you some really good drawings of the setup of the LED set in the middle we talked about a second ago, and the canopy up on the ceiling, and pictures, line drawings actually, of the inside and the top of that, so you see how it goes onto your junction box, just like this. This is a 4-inch junction box. This is only coming in at 32.8 pounds, so it's not overly heavy. There's no weight restriction on it. However, you do want to tell your installer about that. So basically how I would put this together, and you can see this in those instructions as well, I would put a blanket on a table. I would put the fixture that has all the heavy forging and the LEDs at one end with the wires coming out. There's going to be a chart on the page for that, those install instructions, and on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont. That chart is going to show you which combos of which rods you use to get to the overall heights that are listed on that page. And you're going to be getting 6 pieces of the 12 to begin with, 2 pieces of the 6-inch, 2 pieces of the 3-inch, whole bunch of these little connectors to put them all together to get you going in the beginning. And basically you're going to take the wire off of that fixture, out of that fixture, and you're just going to go through the parts one by one. So you're going to go through a connector, through a pipe, through a connector, through a pipe, eventually out of the canopy, and then you just basically screw them together, and it takes like just a second to do that. It's incredibly fast. So we'll do that now. So we'll put it together. They just screw together just like this. And there's barely even a seam there. It's a really nice, clean look. So take advantage of that. Okay, so we talked about the chart. We talked about the slope ceiling adaptable stuff. Let's talk about the canopy really quick. 5 inches wide by 27.8. And again, when you go back and you look at those line drawings, you're going to see where it connects to your junction box. And there's other places on that canopy where you can attach this to your ceiling as well. Good time for you to look at that is right now, so you can kind of get a plan going. Let's talk about how much light comes out of this. And it's going to be a low voltage LED fixture basically. That transformer and driver are up in the canopy hiding up there. It's going to transform your line voltage in your house just down to low voltage. It's going to go through the wires down to the LEDs. 24 watts all in. It's going to produce 940 lumens. That's a lot of light. Half of that is going to go down, half of that is going to go up. And the light that does go up should hit your ceiling. That's why ceilings are generally painted white. Bounce off that ceiling and bathe the room in ambient light. The light that's coming down is called task lighting. So that's the stuff that you would use if you're putting it over a kitchen island, basically. Dining room table too, because people do use dining room tables for a lot of tasks as well. Color of the light is something that we really like. It's at 3000 Kelvin, so it's not going to be the super yellow light we talk about all the time when we talk about LEDs at 2700 Kelvin. It's definitely not going to be that bluish white light, which is daylight. That's 4000, 5000 Kelvin. It's not going to be that. It is going to be that nice warm incandescent glow that we all grew up with, and that's this nice light coming down in my hands. These are 3000 Kelvin LEDs. Also a dimmable fixture without a problem, so just tell your installer that you're using dimmable LEDs so they put the right dimmer on the wall for you. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. In those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.